Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 4.4, Polygons in the Coordinate Plane lesson. Pause while you write Section 4.4 lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective. Draw polygons in the coordinate plane and find the length of their sides in your math notebook. Today we'll be starting on page 176 in your textbook. At the top of the page, it says you can use ordered pairs to represent vertices of polygons. To draw a polygon in a coordinate plane, plot and connect the ordered pairs. Let's take a look at example 1. Drawing a polygon in a coordinate plane. The vertices of a quadrilateral are A, 2, 4, so that one's right here, B, 3, 9, C, 7, 8, and D, 8, 1. Draw the quadrilateral in a coordinate plane. So when whoever was doing this did this, they plotted and labeled the vertices, and then they connected the points to form the quadrilateral. You'll notice how straight their lines are. That means that a ruler was used to make sure that everything came out straight. Let's look at the study tip. It says, after you plot the vertices, connect them in order to draw the polygon. Copy the key idea at the bottom of page 176 into your notebook. Copy it exactly as it appears and be sure to copy the example as well. It says, finding distances in the first quadrant. You can find the length of a horizontal or vertical line segment in a coordinate plane by using the coordinates of the endpoints. When x coordinates are the same, the vertical distance between the points is the difference of the y coordinates. When the y coordinates are the same, the horizontal distance between the points is the difference of the x coordinates. Be sure to subtract the lesser coordinate from the greater coordinate. So all that's saying is that if you look at this graph, if you have A, B for one set of coordinates and CB for the second set of coordinates, then you subtract the ones that are different. You subtract C minus A because C would be larger, it's farther to the right. And looking at the red line, if you have DF and DG, you would subtract, again, the ones that are different, the higher one, F, minus G, to get the distance between the two. Let's look at example 2, finding a perimeter. The vertices of a rectangle are F, 1, 6, G, 7, 6, H, 7, 2, and J, 1, 2. Draw the rectangle in a coordinate plane and find its perimeter. So that's done for us right here. Draw the rectangle and use the vertices to find its dimensions. The length is the horizontal distance between F, 1, 6, and G, 7, 6, which is the difference of the x coordinates because the y coordinates are the same. So the length is 7 minus 1, so that equals 6 units. And then the width is the vertical distance between G, 7, 6, and H, 7, 2. So now we're looking at the y coordinates, so that's the difference between those. So that's 6 minus 2, which is 4 units. So that's here. So the perimeter of the rectangle is two sides that are 6 units and two sides that are 4 units. So 2 times 6 is 12, plus 2 times 4 is 8, so that equals 20 units. Let's take a look at the study tip up on the left. It says you can also find the length using vertices H and J. You can find the width using vertices F and J. So we could have looked at the opposite sides, is all that's saying. So now let's look at example 3, a real-life application. In a grid of the exhibits at a zoo, the vertices of the giraffe exhibit are E, 0, 90, F, 60, 90, G, 130, H, 0, 30. The coordinates are measured in feet. What is the area of the giraffe exhibit? So it says to plot and connect the vertices using a coordinate grid to form a trapezoid. So that's done for us. Use the coordinates to find the lengths of the bases and the height. So base 1 up at the top, the length is 60 minus 0, which is 60. Base 2 at the bottom is 100 minus 0, which is 100. And the height, we look at the numbers that are different, is 90 minus 30, so that's 60. Use the formula for the area of a trapezoid, 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. And when we fill in the numbers, it's 1/2 times 60 times 60 plus 100. So we add 60 plus 100 to get 160, and we're going to multiply that by 60 times 1/2. And when we multiply all of that out, we get 4,800. And we have to remember our unit is square feet. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete the following on your own problems. They are also on pages 176 and 177 of your textbook. Use a ruler to be sure your lines are straight, and be prepared to share during our next class. Please remember to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson. You need to complete your exit slip back at the website. You also need to come to our next class prepared with the journal pages that we did during the flipped lesson or any other work that we did for the flipped lesson completed. You also need to be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be ready with any questions you have for your teacher, and as always, have a good attitude. We'll see you tomorrow in class. Remember to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson. You must complete your exit slip. You must come to our next class prepared with your journal pages or any other work that we did during the flipped lesson completed, and you need to be prepared with any work that was assigned during the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have about the content of the flipped lesson, and a good attitude. We'll see you in class tomorrow.